Hello! In this lesson, we'll be working on exterior assets. Let's start from the buildings. I will import all of them at once, but you can use the same surroundings buildings we used in the first module from Evermotion. So you can see I have a mixture of two types of buildings positioned in different places, at the back of the building and at the both sides. Here we go. Let's add the building for the new layer for a minute, so we'll delete objects we don't need anymore. We can leave these boxes that help us with the shadow on the street. So basically, you can see that we have not only buildings that help us with filling up the context, but also there are buildings that will help to create realistic surroundings that block lights and will be visible in the reflections. Let's see how it looks on render. It looks nice so far. We have a nice context, plus reflections visible in the glass facade. Now let's work on the shadows from the boxes behind the scene. I will move this box more to the right to have the strong shadow more far from the camera. It's not as distracting this way. But on the other side, I would like to have a bit more shadow in the front to draw more attention to the building. It will be sort of a framing with shadow. Better. We can try to change the height of the building as well. Okay, that's it. We can arrange the next objects. Let's work on the building area now. Let's isolate the pavement and building structure. We'll use something from the Rare-Clone library. Create a line on top of the pavement. Let's add it to the new layer. Let's call it street_assets. And let's move the buildings to the correct layer and delete the temporary layer. Create a Rare-Clone. Select the spline and let's go to the library. Choose Landscape, Architecture and Park. Okay, I like this bin and the concrete benches. They will match the building style. Let's add the spline and let's adjust the distance. Now let's copy the line and we'll create another Rare-Clone, this time for the pins. Let's try to adjust the distance. Okay, we need to adjust the line to make the pins. Okay, let's add the vertices and delete some segments. It looks nice. Now let's add the street lamps. You'll find this lamp in your working files. Okay, I actually like it here. Let's copy the street lamps and position them in a couple of places. We can start from this side. And now I will add signs to the crossing to add style to the city's mood. They are the same signs we used for the rainy street image. So copy the objects from there. One here. And one more maybe on another side. And lastly, let's add the cars. I prepared different types of cars to create variation, to give back the atmosphere of the city. Mitsubishi, Infiniti, Porsche, and Land Rover. It doesn't really matter what cars you use here, but remember to create some variations in brands, as in the city we can see all sorts of cars, right? One is with open doors, as I want to imitate that somebody is getting out of the car. These small details add some story to the image. Another one I will put just before the crossing to imitate that somebody is just about to turn. And we can add the two cars on this part of the road, one driving one way and another one different direction. Think about composition when placing the cars. Avoid distracting your viewer from the most important parts of the image. Remember here to create an impression that some objects are hidden by others to avoid creating a perfect scenario where everything is visible at the same level. Okay, we've done everything. In the next lesson, we'll add motion blur to the cars to achieve the really natural effect. See you there!